Hey everyone, Charting Man Dan from ChartGuys.com. You know, behind every single video that we put out every single day, there's a wonderful community of traders that we want to invite you to be a part of. Try the free 7-day trial and gain access to our live market broadcasts every morning and afternoon, interact with hundreds of like-minded traders, or take part in one of our dedicated chat rooms, each led by an analyst that's there to answer your questions in real time. Our trial is risk-free with absolutely no commitment or credit card required to experience the TCG community. For those looking for a head start in technical analysis, check out our entries and exits course in the link below in the description. Get up to speed with the fundamentals of TCG technical analysis and experience over 5 hours of great community-driven trading education. Checking in on the tech sector, XLK, Apple, and Facebook. So XLK consolidating, but it's a potential bull flag at this point. We had the bearish reversal doji, saw that follow through to the downside, but the bulls did buy the dip and closed up near the high of the day. So this is currently a bull flag pattern. We did have a bearish reaction to Facebook earnings, and the tech sector was down a bit after hours, so we will have to be watching to see if that carries over into tomorrow's action. If it does, we're going to be looking at support of 54.56, and then we'll be looking down at 54.48 as the first two levels. And really, on a move like this, when you see this substantial move to the upside, you can really just look at the lows of every day that we had to the upside, and there's not many more resistance levels, or I should say support levels, to be looking at. We have some gaps down here, but just the lows of those days are examples of when the bears had control, and then the bulls showed up and said, okay, we're done going any lower, and we're taking over from here. So that is a support level to be watching on the way down. On the weekly time frame, potential bearish reversal candlestick if we do continue to consolidate, but as of right now, this is still certainly bullish, and we are coming off of all-time highs. I think we had 7 all-time highs in a row, so consolidation, again, certainly anticipated and expected. Apple bulls buying the dip. This was an awesome example of market makers having targets of gap fills, and some people don't believe that, and it doesn't happen all the time, but the beauty of technical analysis is the more people that use it, the more of a self-fulfilling prophecy it is. So we have this gap here, and we had an open and a bearish start to the day. The gap filled at 144.30. So traders recognize the gap fill, market makers recognize the gap fill, and that was where they turned it around. We dropped 3 pennies below that level, complete 180 turnaround, and we closed up near the high of the day. We filled the gap back to the upside, and it was almost like the earnings were never really a bearish reaction. So we're just right on the verge of the all-time high here. We closed at 147.06, and we need about $1.03 to see a new all-time high. So extremely strong recovery for the Apple bulls. Gap fill was the target, and a nice complete 180 turnaround, really bullish day from those lows. So a weekly time frame for Apple still extremely strong, full control of the bulls, no slowdown in sight, nothing to worry about. Facebook was a bearish reaction to earnings, and we were not seeing a very significant drop to the downside. So we're going to be looking for this gap fill. This is going to be a short-term target. That's 147.75. We'll have to see how tomorrow pre-market goes and how things shape up. But that will be a potential gap fill. We did see profit taking off of the all-time high today. No surprise there after seeing this incredible move to the upside over the past 8 days. It is smart, in my opinion, for traders to be taking money off the table. It's a complete gamble as to the reaction of earnings. And we're watching this gap fill at 147.75. We have a lot of wiggle room. These bulls, these tech bulls, have run so far to the upside that we could pull back very substantially and still be in an uptrend. So we do have a bearish reversal candlestick on the weekly time frame, and with the bearish reaction to earnings, that's likely to stay that way. And we can pull back anywhere above 138.81 and still be in an uptrend. Excuse me. So we could pull back $12 and still form a higher low. So keep that in mind. We could pull back 8% from here and still be in a weekly uptrend. So we'll see what kind of pullback we get. Remember what happened with Apple today. Let's see if that happens with Facebook tomorrow. Let's see if bulls buy that dip. So we'll be watching that gap fill, 147.75. After that, there's another gap down here at 144.17. So plenty of levels to be watching for support, exponential support, 20 periods all the way down at 144. We're currently $7 above the 20-period 5-minute moving average. So we'll see how it plays out. We'll check back in after hours tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.